Hello and welcome to the Home Business Radio Network. I'm Melanie Milletics coming to you from beautiful sunny Florida, and I'm going to share with you how you can integrate online marketing skills with your offline network marketing model to create truly life-changing income in your home-based business. Today I have a guest on the line, Mr. Jack Bastide. Say hello to our listeners, Jack.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Awesome. Now Jack is an interesting guest who has a lot to offer us in terms of understanding how to work your business online. Because Jack has been doing this since 1994. So, Jack, if you would, please introduce yourself to our guests.
Sure. My name is Jack Bastide. I am from Kissimmee, Florida, originally from New York, and been down here about 7 years. Originally got involved in network marketing when I found a business card in a phone booth, and that shows you how long I've been doing it. There's no phone booth anymore. For the first year that I was in the business, that's all I did was put business cards in phone booths, and I got a few people here and there. But then early on, I found out about the Internet, and by the Internet, I'm talking news groups, which probably nobody ever heard of, and then AOL. So I was doing this stuff early on, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's been a great ride. So, yeah, glad to be here.
Awesome. And so we joke, we were doing this online marketing thing before most people who are doing it now were even, online, right? They were in first. Yeah, so we were doing things like social media marketing before it had a name. And I think you and I met, in fact, on a forum years ago, a network marketing forum. Yeah, totally awesome. So I wanted to get your input for our listeners on how, if they want to work their business online, what kind of skills or what do they need to do to bring in prospects online today?
Well, first they have to have a PhD in SEO and with a no, I'm just kidding. No, it's very simple. It's bottom line is you can set up a Facebook account and have all the people you want to talk to in the world. There's a few very simple skills that you need to do this. Get out there and build relationships, and I love Facebook. I used to use Twitter a lot. I don't use that much anymore, so I'm more of a Facebook guy now. But get a Facebook account, start connecting with some people, look up some people maybe that you went to school with, people that you haven't seen in a long time, start connecting with them, and then get them on the phone and catch up with them. How you been? What have you been up to? What are you doing these days? Here's what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. That's it, okay? So set up a simple Facebook account. Get on the phone, talk to people. That's the bottom line.
Yep. It is about the speed of trust and talking to people who at least know you somewhat, right? Because they're far more likely to convert than going totally cold. So at first, and that first, reaching out on social media and working that way, it really helps you to hone your skills and to get good at putting your prospect through the system that your company has in place, because they're nicer, right? Generally, the people that you talk to.
Once you get into the cold market, you got to work a lot of numbers, and they may just hang up on you in the middle of a phone call. The warm market is for hardcore people, but if you set up an account, let's say on social media, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Start connecting with some people that you've known from the past. That's one way, but that's not the only way. You can also connect with new people. I mean, Melanie and I met on a forum back in the days. I didn't know her. I actually had a business partner, and we were partners for many years, and we met on a forum as well. So social media, forums, whatever, is a great way to connect. Once you feel that you have a little bit of a connection with people, here's one thing that I'd like to mention is don't spam your opportunity all over Facebook or whatever. Don't be one of those people. Just Get people to come to you because you're interesting. So maybe post some interesting stuff and ask questions and stuff like that. And then when you have a relationship with somebody, say, hey, one thing that I do is I say, hey, you know what, I want to connect with 2 people from Facebook now. So whoever wants to get on the phone and chat, send me a message. And I always get people to send me messages, and we get on the phone and we talk. And I don't have any, expectations of what's going to happen with that. If we talk about business, that's fine. If not, that's fine as well. Does that make sense?
And that's awesome. So you actually say, hey, let's connect. And essentially, as soon as somebody raises their hand at all, sends you a Facebook message or an email or anything, the first thing you want to do is get them on the phone.
Absolutely.
Okay. So over the years, have there been particular trainers or people that have helped you to hone those skills of taking somebody from, prospect, essentially, maybe they filled out the form or sent back a message and you pick up the phone and talk to them. Have there been trainers that have helped you along the way to get those skills? Because that is the most valuable skill set that we have as network marketers. It's not learning, the technical details of blogging and all that online stuff. The most valuable skill that you have that nobody can take from you and doesn't really change is your prospecting, closing skills. So has there been anybody over the years that you've plugged into and has really helped you along that path?
There's a few of them. There's some really good trainers out there. I mean, I've learned a lot just by doing it. Two of them that I come to mind are Danny Johnson. He has a script book, which is pretty good. Another one is Todd Falcone. He focuses on prospecting professionals like realtors and mortgage brokers and stuff. And he's got some scripts and training on that. So those are two good trainers that you could look into is Danny Johnson and Todd Falcone.
And what I find is those script books and those trainers, what they give you is a real solid outline, because you don't want to be a robot when you're talking to people, but they give you the process that you should be going through with people. And both of those trainers you mentioned also give you excellent, comebacks, overcoming objections. And for somebody who's new and learning how to, deal with objections, those have been incredibly valuable, because you might not read that verbatim either, but at least it gives you the comeback and knowing what to say in an empowering way. And, well, my goodness, the best parts for me from the two trainers you just gave me is how to have more people show up on the follow-up. Just key posturing and the verbiage that you use that really does work to have more people show up when you do the follow-up call. It's been incredibly valuable to me. So I agree, both of those have been huge. Now that we've established that we use a system, so it's like an outline, right? But it is for getting people through the process, through the information process. As long as you're following that outline, what do we say? What you lack in skills, you make up in numbers. That's another incredible thing. Absolutely true. You said that, warm market's going to be easier and warmer. But in cold market, it takes a lot of numbers. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. That's the jungle. Once you get out there, you're on your own.
Right. It's true. And as you said, people hang up on you, right? That's normal. People say they're going to be there. People do all kinds of things. But it's all normal. And it's all, getting a backbone is part of what we do working online. Because they're not doing anything.
It can absolutely be learned, I'll tell you that. Because my sponsor was so shy on the phone. I mean, literally, she could not pick up the phone. She used to have her sponsor make all the phone calls for her. She was scared to get on the phone and talk to people. Now you can't shut her up. So, it's just learn by doing. It absolutely is something that can be learned,
Awesome. So now you've got somebody through the process and they're actually enrolled. What is your responsibility? So if you've got people sponsored, right? You live down here in Florida and you've got people sponsored all over. Well, it could be all over North America or the world for that matter. What is your responsibility to the people that you sponsor? I mean, is it done when they've paid you?
That's it. Once you got their money, you move on to the next. No, I'm just kidding. You want to make, it's your response. I mean, you can't make them successful. You can give them the tools and you can give them the help. You can't make them successful, but you do want to plug them into something. Now, the simplest thing to plug them in is to your own company's trainings. Any good network marketing company is going to have some good, valuable training that you can plug people into. Now, once you get up there in your compensation plan and you're considered a leader, you may want to create your own training site and all that kind of stuff. But that's really not duplicatable, because if everybody's just spending time creating training sites, nobody's prospecting. The most important thing you can do in this business is prospect. So I recommend plug them into the system, plug them into your upline system, your sponsor system. They should have something in place. The company should have something in place. Plug them into that stuff. And then as time goes on, if you want to add on some things, like if you want to, let's say, do an ad co-op in a print magazine, or you want to do some kind of pay-per-click stuff that, some kind of co-op or whatever, you can add that stuff on later on. But keep it simple in the beginning, because you want anything you do, you want your team to be able to duplicate as soon as possible.
Right. And so by following the company system, hopefully your people from, no matter where they are all doing the same thing. That works. I mean, that's the key. So, we say don't recreate the wheel. Don't go out there and do these things. Ask yourself, is that duplicatable? Because if it's not duplicatable, well, then the buck stops with you. So one of the things I struggled with when I've enrolled people across the nation, across the world, is, you do have many people who will come into your business and they're excited. They have their intentions, or maybe they just hit the button and joined, at some hour of the night and you didn't even know. But you have people who come in, and not everybody will go forward and build their business. I mean, that's the case when you enroll your warm market or when you enroll people, across the world. So what do you do, Jack? If you've got somebody who you've brought on board, they said they wanted to do this. You got their why. You know why they should do this. At what point, because energetically, you really do have to guard your time and your training time and the time you spend with people. So what do you do?
As a leader.
Well, you got to work with the people. You got to work with the people who deserve your time, not the people that need your time. So one thing I do is I email everybody on my team. Email them all the time about, hey, there's a call tonight. There's this, that. There's a webinar, whatever. Then I give the people I personally enroll, I give them a few simple tasks to see if they'll actually do it. In my case, I tell them, let's get on the phone with a couple of people. Doesn't matter. I use the favor approach, okay? I tell them, let's use the favor approach. Call up somebody. If you had to move a piano, who would you call? Okay, let's call up that person and say, hey, can you do me a favor? Just got involved with this new business. I have to do a couple of presentations. My trainer's going to be on the line with me so I can learn. Would you be willing to help me with that? So we use the favor approach. Hey, get on the phone with a couple of people, ask them to do you a favor, go through a presentation. If you get some customers or a rep out of that, that's great. But it's just kind of to get their feet wet, but it's also to get them to do something. If they're not willing to do that, I'll give them a couple of chances to do that. But if they're not willing to do that, I'll say, listen, when you're ready, I'll be here for you. I'm more than willing to do whatever it is to help you work your business, but I can't do it for you, so you let me know when you're ready. So I know that you give them 3 chances. I'm kind of more hardcore. I give them 1 chance, But yeah, and then when they're ready, let them show you that they're ready. That's all you can do. You can't make them do it,
Yeah, I do. I give them 3 strikes, you're out. So we set an accurate expectation when they enroll. This is my commitment to you. And then, there are very simple things that we need to do to launch our business. They're for the new person. So we give them the guidance. We make sure they have all those tools. We encourage them and we tell them, you try to open their mind to what the possibilities are that they can achieve. And, we work with them, but at some point you need to be able to relinquish control, right? And really say, okay, that person is still part of our team. You're going to plug them into a team, some kind of team training site. Well, Facebook groups are perfect for it. So they know they're part of a bigger group of people. And you're going to make sure that they're on your team calls, so they're still getting your emails, if they've got a text blast, whatever you've got. But you want to make sure that people, especially when they're far flung, know that they're part of the team, even if they aren't active in one of your, massive, producers. They still need to know that they're part of the team because you never know when they're going to wake back up.
They'll wake up at one point, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, well, awesome. I want to thank you so much. We're out of time here, but sincerely, thank you for your input. I know that our listeners today, they learned the real truth about what it means to work a business online. And I hope that I can have you back on the show because there's some more things that we need to talk about in terms of what to do, the actual skills and the actual tasks that we do to get somebody from online into our business and then to train them up. So thank you for being with us today, Jack. Hey, I'm Melanie Milletics. Stick with me, and I'm going to share with you the exact skills that you need to have to make more money in today's market. You're going to combine online marketing skills with your offline network marketing model, and you're going to create life-changing income. You can find me on the web at melaniemilletics.com. Click on the Home Business Radio Network tab. Send me a message. Give me your feedback, and just let me know something you'd like to hear covered on another show. And from Jack and I, until then, you've gotta dream big.